It's yet another thrilling, absolutely thrilling, whatever this is. I don't know exactly what to call this, but I'm going to call it thrilling because I'm thrilled. I'm not suggesting that you're thrilled, I'm just saying that I'm thrilled. I'm thrilled to have a Glowforge, and what I would like to do is be thrilled to be able to operate it here in the basement, watching it rain. Okay, turn on that guy. Hey, look, it's me. Hello. All right, things seem to work better. Hey Google, turn off the basement wall light. So hopefully, shut up. Hopefully, those were not the lights I wanted to turn off. Damn it. I pressed all the wrong buttons. I shouldn't be allowed to operate computers. Let's do this again. There we go. Hey, how you doing? Doing great. Furniture is being rearranged. YouTube is being closing unnecessary windows to cut down on unnecessary CPU usage. Okay, so where was I? Once again, I've gotten myself all confused. The plan here this evening is to tape up that quick release up there. Now, in order to do that, I would like to be able to get back over there. And I have a system for this because this whole desk just slides out. You sure? Just slides right out. And then rotates. I can rotate it like such. You see? And now I have access. Easy, easy peasy. So here's the deal. Here's the deal. This thing, see, that's the quick release. So there's a little, can you see that? You can see that. There's a plastic collar on here. Now I taped this up really well around here, and I taped that part up really well that goes on the window. But obviously that leaves the question, why did I do all that work to tape that up? Because when you snap this on, it's just two pieces of plastic, right? So why, you'd think that anything that's going to get out, that's stopped by all that other tape, would easily get out between those two pieces of plastic. So what I need to do to make any sense, you know, if I want to have any meaning in my life, is to tape that joint between the two quick release sections so that it no longer releases. So putting that whole quick release thing on was a complete waste of time in some sense. I mean, at the end of the day, as they say it was. Now, the reality is that it was an experiment to see how it would work. So I performed the experiment, and therefore, it's not a waste of time. Now, I also found, I actually ordered some of this, but I had this semi-rigid duct lying around from a previous dryer installation. So the reality here, if I wanted to, I could just take that off completely and I could install this. That's going to reach just fine where it needs to go. So maybe I would be better off just doing this over. First of all, Uh-oh. My camera wants to turn off. God dang it. Hey, camera. No, no. Don't you turn off? Why would you turn off? You're plugged in. Are you not plugged in? Thought you were plugged in. It's not plugged in. All right, we'll deal with that later. I was in the middle of giving a speech. I forgot to pop out the chat. Just in case, feel free to say things on the chat. I will try to remember to look occasionally. Okay. Sure. Anyway, I was debating. Now I'm a tremendously lazy person, so the lazier thing to do would be to just tape that up the way that it is. The less lazy thing to do would be to install this semi-rigid duct, which I think is going to be more airtight, because I feel like this is like aluminum foil. It's probably got some holes in it, especially up near the ends where it's been treated quite poorly. But you know, I think in the interest of actually doing some glazing experiments tonight, I do think I'm going to leave this be, and I might come back to it when I get a booster fan. I do actually technically have a booster fan. Again, it's not a very powerful one. It's certainly not 200 CFM. It might be something like 10. Okay, so yes, distraction over. A brief distraction that I was distracted with. Have a sip of tea. Refreshing. I can find that roll of tape that's sitting right here, and I'm gonna get up in there and try not to trip over any wires. And I think mumble. Always good to mumble when you're making a video. People could hear clearly what would be the point. Okay. Now I am not an HVAC technician. I have the utmost respect for those who are. Really, any sort of thing, especially a thing that I don't know how to do, impresses me. Impressed by people who can do things that I don't know how to do. However, quick study. Okay. This tape on here. It's so much easier to tape the two round parts together. It's taping the round part to the flat part that I really struggled with. And in the end, I did not do a good job. So I've ordered some flexible foil tape. Butyl adhesive on it. That should be a beauty. Oh dear. I got that on at a slight angle, so by the time it wrapped all the way around, it's covering both sides. I think that's the most important part. I'm really beginning to have my doubts that the reason for the smell is due to any sort of meaningful leakage from this part. Sorry, by the way, I think the way I'm reaching up here is burying the microphone. I can't really help it. I am trying to do some minor construction work here. Okay. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Camera's timing out again. Careful. Careful. Shut up, you. Saved it. Saved it. I'll fix that as soon as I'm done with this, which will be mere moments from now. What was I saying? I don't think that the problem here is leaks from around here anymore. I really don't. It seems unlikely. There was a really good suggestion that the problem is the column of smoke in this hose, in this duct. What do you call that thing? A duct? The column of smoke in the duct is probably what's happening is it's releasing because it has to go up. So it's being pushed up and out, but then when the machine shuts off, which it apparently it now does, the instant it's done cutting, I don't understand. That seems to me, I'm no expert here, but I mean, is that not a trivial software thing? That, like, why would, they seem to have changed it? Why would you change it that way? And then why wouldn't you quickly put it back? Sorry about touching the microphone again. I just, every time I sort of crawl under something or lean down, I assume that it's gone all funny. Okay, so I taped that top part up real purty. And now I can put the desk back. Just stand by window, air in the kitchen. Watch it rain. Oh, that got caught on the other piece of, oh, whoops. Okay, hello. For those just joining, welcome to Furniture Rearrangement Show. Tonight we're going to demonstrate various kinds of incompetence, starting with pushing one thing into another thing and then wondering what's caught. It's a beginner level of incompetence, but I assure you we will move on to intermediate and perhaps even advanced incompetence. Okay. There we go. See, I didn't even get the hello. Huh. I didn't even get the power cords caught underneath. This is technically supposed to go back all the way. I don't know why the Glowforge wasn't happy. Okay, now I have this set up so that I can line it up exactly with the other. Oh, I see. The foot hit the thing with the foot. Got it. Whatevs. Okay, okay. I think there's no reason now why that won't be friends with me. We'll just I'll give it a sort of half-assed evenness measurement. There was a discussion as to whether one corner is higher than the other. Is that causing the lid to not seat properly? In fact, interestingly enough, I believe that's true. It's a true fact. Yeah. What's interesting is that, yeah, I can lift this front right corner a little bit, and when I do, the machine lifts, but the lid stays there. So that says to me that I can bring that up a little bit and improve the situation. I just need to not yank on the microphone cord, and then I need to find some kind of shimmy dimmy do. Let's see. What can I put under there that has the necessary properties? Piece of MDF that I'm not otherwise using. I don't know. At the risk of putting the machine out of level, it's a risk I'm willing to take right now in order to see if I can improve the door situation. And I'll find out if it's out of level. We'll just test that. Why don't we just test that? What's he looking for? What's he looking for? Okay. Honestly, that's pretty level as it is. That's only slightly tilted up that way. And this, in fact, the top now is perfectly level. And this is half a degree, maybe. Yeah, half a degree, 0.35, 0.4. Interesting, very interesting. So this actually might work better. Who's to say? All right. In my tremendous haste to play with the Glowforge, I forgot the most basic necessity. I mean, you want to level your laser, preferably with a laser level. Have a sip of tea. Refreshing. Tea's getting cold, sadly. Okay, so now I've done that thing. I taped it. I taped it up like I said I was gonna. So, howdy. Let's switch it back on. Let's plug it in. Switch it off. Plug it in. Plug it in. And now switch it on. Boom. Boomsy doomsy. Now I gotta put the camera back. So many things. Much setup. Wow. Okay. Close. I feel like I might have moved the Glowforge slightly to the left. Who's to say? Okay. Now I can spend the rest of my life tweaking this camera for the overhead shot, or I can get it close enough and learn to live with it. I think we're going to go with the latter. Okay. Anybody home? Now, while that's starting up, chunka, chunka, chunka. Doing its thing. Ah, yes, I need to, because I restarted the software, I need to fix the focus. Fixed focus. Kabloom. Is it ready yet? Let's go over here. Okay. Let's do a new design. Ah, ha ha ha, that's right, okay. Okay, alright. Interesting. Yes. Sure. So the thing that I find interesting is that I don't have well, let me go ahead and get Inkscape then. I think what happened to the download button? Did you see that? Did you see this stupidity? I was envisioning, I keep forgetting that the Glowforge web app does not have any drawing tools built into it. By the way, the lens cleaner, this is not the, what was the brand of lens cleaner they suggested? That's not it. Anyway, it contains no silicone. Does not say what it contains. It's from Hilco, Bacon Street, Plainville, Massachusetts. I can only assume that is my friend and yours, isopropyl alcohol. Here again, I thought that I had already downloaded this, but how many buttons do I have to click? There we go, finally. If you just tuned in, this is watching me install Windows software. Very exciting. English. Sure, why not? Do whatever you want. Go ahead. Have fun. Have fun with my computer. Yes, additional files. Sure, I love this part. This is going to install for just a little bit, just a tiny little bit, and I'm going to quickly run upstairs and throw my delicious cup of tea in the microwave. I will be right back. That's not done yet. Oy. Sometimes, you know, you're trying to do two things at once. It's not that easy. In this case, I want to enjoy a refreshing cup of tea. And I want to, oh, you can't see my desktop. You can't, I'm installing Windows software. That's the exciting thing you're missing out on. That's the exciting thing 2 people, one of whom might be me, is missing out on. Now, what we're going to do after that, though, is, while I was up in the kitchen, I grabbed this here cork trivet. Cork trivet. It's kind of fun to say. So I'd like to laser the shit out of this. And the other thing I wanted to do is see if I can put my name on this pencil. So, tons of fun, really. Yesterday, I engraved a sandstone coaster. That's the word, coaster. This is one of those fancy pencils what the hipsters write with. Palomino Blackwing 602. I'm not a hipster, not a pencil user. How's it going with this installation, you might ask? Well, it looks like it's about 60% complete. So we'll just hang out here. We'll hang out here and chat. Now everybody's tuned out. Everybody's tuned out. Ah. Chatting to no one. Making copies. Continuing to install Inkscape. Inkscape. Open source. Vector graphics. Editor. Inkscape. Inkscape. I should take this opportunity to use the pass-through slot. That would make people crazy. It's at the end. It's creating MD5 checksums. It's finished. Inkscape has been installed on my computer. Oh boy. Oh boy. I never thought this day would arrive. When it finally starts up, if it finally starts up, then I will switch over to screen capture of that. I had one of those things, you know, after I installed it, it said run Inkscape, ? And I clicked yes. So it might be starting, it might not be starting, but I'm gonna do what less expert computer. I don't know. Does it take this long to start Inkscape? I don't know. Sure is slow. Jeff and the other guy. I think they're both gone. Yeah, so we're almost finished now. I just installed Inkscape and I'm waiting for it to start so that I can literally just type my name and save it and then engrave it onto this pencil. So someday, there it goes. Okay, Inkscape has started, so I just need to make sure you guys can see it, which I will do by changing this to that and pressing that button. Hey, hey, hey! Whoa! I've accidentally opened 2 documents because it took so long to start up that I opened it twice. Okay. Now, I don't know how to use this thing, but we're going to figure it out. We're going to figure it out together. New document. Sure, I have a new document. Now, what's the size of my new document? Oh, I don't know. 200 and some millimeters? I guess. I guess that's what it says. Is that what it says? Document properties. 8.5 by 11 US letter. Units, inches. Sure, why not? Display units, inches. Okay, I've made some progress. Now, all I need to do, hopefully, I literally just want to type my name. Should I just type my name? I don't know. No. Don't steal my steer. There should be a pun or something. What could I put on this pencil? This is not a pencil. There. So I've written some text. And now, can I export, save it as an SVG? I've not read any instructions, any of this stuff. So, file, save a copy. It's giving me Inkscape SVG, plain SVG. You probably can't see this window, but that's okay. There's nothing exciting in it. It's just a save window. We'll go to downloads and I'll just say drawing. Okay, now let's go back to the Glowforge. I have to make a slight change. Go over to here and upload a design. I feel like the bounding box is going to be wrong on this, if nothing else. But let's see what happens. It's rendering. We're sorry, an unexpected error has occurred. I didn't expect that error. This time, though, I'm expecting it, so see what happens. Ah, no, I expected that to happen. Happened the first time, so now, you piece of fine software, how do I deal with this? Is it something about the file? Is it my fault? Did I make it wrong? I probably made it wrong. I probably exported it wrong. I probably... You know what we could do? We could go look at the Glowforge tutorial. You want to do that? Let's do that. Let's do that. Go back and click on support and click on learn by doing and click on make gift tag from scratch. Get oriented to Inkscape. blah, 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 blah. Don't worry about the size, blah, 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 blah. Place your circles, blah, 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 blah. Type your message, blah, 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 blah. Blah, 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 blah. Blah, blah, blah. Save your file, plain SVG. That's what I did. That's exactly what I did. I saved it as a plain SVG. And it failed. So, let's look at these instructions again. A picture of a blank page. Make a circle. Didn't really choose a color. It doesn't matter what color you choose. Okay, well, there you go. I chose black. It doesn't suggest that there's any reason why this should fail. I mean, I would hope not. So, I'm going to go back to Inkscape. And, I don't know, new document. Now, this dumbass thing is showing you the wrong file. So, there we go. Now, I mean, I don't know, it suggested that this was okay for me to do this way. How do I zoom? Control plus? No. Eh. I'm seriously buying Illustrator. Zoom to fit page and window. Okay, I'm going to make a circle. Oh, it's a filled circle. Click the circle tool, click and drag, choose a color. I'm not having it. If you follow along with the Glowforge tutorial, then it just doesn't make sense at all. I mean, you're making a circle and then choosing the color, but it doesn't ever say to make it transparent. All right, it's a transparent blue circle. File, save a copy. Is that right? That's what I would do. File, save as. Okay, fine. File, save as. Plain SVG. And I'm saving it in, saving it there. Fine. Now, hey, look, there's people chatting. Selection markers. Yeah, there are a lot of different things I could do, that's for sure. The reason I'm trying it this way is just because there's a tutorial, and in the tutorial they make no effort to change the document size. They just show, you know, here's a blank page, then they tell you to make a circle, and they put some text in it, and then they say to save it. So I'm going to try this again with what is in theory a much simpler SVG that just has a single circle on it, and then hopefully that will work, and then I can gradually make it more complicated. See where it fails. If I can only figure out where I saved it. Because Come on, piece of junk. Defaults to a very stupid directory. There it is, drawing, okay. All right, processing design, rendering your design. Do we expect an error? Boom, it worked. This time, it worked. Okay, so since that worked, I'm now going to go back. It's going to take a couple of tries, but that's fine. That's fine. We'll go back to Inkscape, and now I'm going to add some text, and I will write, "This is not a pencil." Period. Unselect everything, save as. I will save it in the same place, replace the file, go back to the Glowforge app, close this thing, upload a new design, choose the file, hang tight. We can't process text yet. Convert your design's text elements to paths. Okay, well that was actually a very nice error message, as opposed to just saying, oops, something went wrong. So how do I convert my text to paths? Or convert my text to path. Temporarily disconnected. Should I choose object to path or stroke to path? Object to path or stroke to path? Object to path or stroke to path? I'm going to try object to path. Sure, why not? Save it as a plain SVG. Save. Yes. Go back here. Go back there. Thank you, object to path. That's what I chose. Go back here. Upload. It gave me that error the first time. I could have saved some time. Hey, I got it. And I don't even have to go back and do it yet again to get rid of the circle. I can just say ignore the circle. So that's good news. Oh, what happened there? It's magically word wrapped. That doesn't seem like a thing. Huh. Yeah, okay. You know what? I'm going to, since I can't delete this, I'm going to make one more round trip to Inkscape. I'm not going to bother changing the screen capture settings. I'm just going to save this one more time. And without the circle. So we can go back to here. Is this working? Good. I was afraid I'd disconnected. All right, go back to here. We upload my new file. Apparently finger crossing is required, so I will cross my fingers. Figuratively, I'm not actually crossing my fingers. Rendering your design. Oh no! What does the red light mean? New batteries. The sound is back. Oh, the sound is back. What the hell? I think this red light, though, might indicate that the batteries are very low on my transmitter, so I'm going to change out the batteries quickly. There we go. Yeah, so that light is normally green, so red must mean that the batteries are critically low and may stop working at any time. All right. Is there anything else that can delay me on my mission to engrave this pencil? We will see. Get the batteries out from under the machine. Okay, I'm seriously ready to go now. Back to the software. Whoops. So much trouble. Back to the software. Now, let's see if I can drag this whole layer around. I forgot the. Does anybody remember the height? I went through all that trouble to measure it, and I got distracted. Okay, I can drag this layer around. What was it? I feel like it was 0.285, but you know, put the calipers away because that's what happens. I put them away. I put the pencils back in the box. I put the box of pencils back in the drawer. Every possible thing, so that when I measure them again, 0.285. I don't even know if the sound was on when I did all that. 0.285 inches is the height of the friggin' pencil. Okay, okay. Once again, putting everything away. Okay, back to the software. Now we can do this. Material. This was use uncertified material. 0.285. Submit. And now it will take a new picture of the bed. Okay. And now enter settings. Oh crap. Does anyone have any suggested settings for manually engraving a pencil? I always forget that I need to do this. Maybe somebody has conveniently told of their settings on the forum, because I know we have a picture. That's where I got the idea, after all. Oh. Oh. Was it Henry? No, it was Jules who did the first pencil. And then, I see, then Henry engraved a skewer. But nobody has given away settings. I've had this for very little time. I have no idea what appropriate settings are. Gosh. really hard to find stuff on here. I don't know, what are pencils made out of? Some kind of cheap wood. Oh wait. Let's see. I think we have to as a community, we have to share. What do I see here? 340 LPI at 1% power and 335 IPM. IPM. Hey, I got settings. Yeah, I can waste a pencil. I don't know. Mr. Rick Peg. I don't. There's very different settings than. Should I use, what's his name, Marks, or should I use? Now I have a conflicting possible settings. Is that set to 1? I guess it is. What did he do for speed? I'm having a lot of trouble manipulating all these windows. So he's got 335. It seems very low power and slow. 340 lines per inch. One pass. That's going to take 8 minutes. You're right, though. I can waste a pencil. Besides, the chances of this actually lining up are very low. So I'm spending all of this time on a thing that is probably not going to work. Those settings won't work. It was the old settings. Okay, thank you. I'm so happy to have advice. So you said what? 1,070, and I don't need to do 340 lines per inch, do I? Okay. 225, you said 225. 1,070, 225. Okay, Rick, you got it. Now, I'm hoping if I zoom in here a little bit. I did see about the dragging. That was a bummer. Oh, come on. So laggy. Alright, we'll drag it back and sit here and wait. And wait. And wait. I'm going to have to get a beefier rig. Okay. I'm going to see if I can zoom in a little bit more. I'm going to press my luck with this zoom button. Okay. Now I'm willing to try to, can I select this whole shebang? Is that the correct way to do it? And then shrank it. And then you said best to deselect the whole thing. And then I can move it like that, maybe? Is it moving or not? I can't tell if it's one of those, like, it's moving but incredibly slowly. No, if I do that, now I'm just dragging the one letter. It seems to me that if I want to drag this whole thing, I had better success when I selected it all first. Yes. Okay. And I'm going to just eyeball that like that. Okay. Okay. I think it's a little low. Can I nudge it with arrow keys? Yes. All right. That is, I think, maybe close enough. 70 might be hot for a pencil. I feel like it is. I feel like this should probably be, I don't know, 50? Let's try 50. That's me deviating. Okay, I'm ready to start this thing and see what happens. So hopefully now I won't get a error, random error. Oh, I missed the scanning. There, okay. It did, in fact, the little red dot was right on the pencil, to recapitulate an earlier forum thread. Now, friends and neighbors, I'm going to get my other view set up here so you can see the actual pew-pew part, which is where the fun is. Okay. It's ready to go. It's ready to go, which means there's the top view. There's that view. Give it a little zoomage. Hello. Manual focus. Alrighty. There's the pencil. Shall I press the button? I'm going to press the button. Is this a stop button, by the way? Like, if it turns out this isn't going to work at all? Hey, it's working. It just blew the pencil away. I mean, as far as things go, I gotta say that wasn't too bad. Of course, I will look at the results in a moment, once it's done cooling down. Probably should have expected that. The air assist just took off with my pencil. Well, can I show this? I think I pressed, I'm trying to remember how to put my camera back to autofocus, but hello. It's just going to take me a moment to, there we go. So that's kind of, if you can see that, it kind of started to work, but besides the fact that it blew the pencil away, I think I maybe have to go slower, or maybe more lines per inch, because it looks a little dot matrixy. So let's put the camera back here. Okay, good thing is that's no big deal at all. Yes, exactly. I can keep using this pencil for as long as it takes to make the voices stop. Yeah. Might have to go get the stronger, smaller magnets. A pencil is not an easy thing to magnet down. It's okay. It's okay. I'm gonna make it work. It's not going to go anywhere near the print head. I just know it. But that's also not going to hold it. I have enough clearance, right? I think I do. I feel like I do. I'm going to go get a different magnet from my collection. In my mind, I was just going to throw that pencil in there, type some text over top of it, and press go. That was the picture I had in my head of how this was going to work. It's a really non-trivial sort of exercise. I have some neodymium magnets somewhere. I don't feel like, oh, you can't see what I'm doing. You gotta complain if I do stuff like that. I was just trying to see how much force it takes to wiggle this thing. I suppose that's going to hold it pretty solidly, and that's not going to impact anything. It'll be fine. It'll be just fine. Ow, put my spare magnets on the spare magnet shelf. Close the lid. Okay, kids, here we go. Back to window capture, scanning. Still scanning. Obviously put the pencil, there we go. So this time I'm going to drag select this. I'm going to position it over here. I'm going to, my pencil's not in there very straight. That's okay. I'm more interested in the resolution. I'm going to go into the engrave settings and I'm going to lower the speed to 800. I'm going to bring the power up to 60. I'm going to bring the lines per inch up to 270. I'm just typing in random numbers. I'm going to click print. Little red dot hit the pencil. Okay, it's ready to go. Yeah, 23 seconds. I don't know. Well, actually, no, because I guess Mark had, the time he said was probably more like to do that whole rig full of multiple pencils. I apologize for not having a better angle on this. So I don't know how I ended up on manual focus. That's okay. It's probably a good thing. Okay, now if you're typing now to tell me to do something differently, it's too late. safety glasses. Technically now, I'm not using proof grade, so this is class 4 operation. I think it worked. I think it worked. I'm going to say that it probably worked. I'm going to say that it probably worked because it's still cooling down. It says ready. So now, in theory, it is ready. Just barely clears the camera. Take the pencil out of there. Oh, that alignment was just right. Now these Blackwing pencils, contrary to their name, are gray. I can't see anything because I have the... So, if I focus, I have to find the button that switches from manual to autofocus. There. Can you see that? Why can't I see that on the screen? Did this freeze up? Did the video feed freeze? Huh. Hello. Why am I getting a still from several minutes ago instead of a live feed? My capture is frozen. Let me try again. Okay. This thing may have finally overheated. I'm using this USB 3 capture device, which had pretty good reviews, but people said it gets really hot during operation, which it did. So I actually have a bunch of heat sinks that I was going to glue to it someday, but I haven't done that yet. Let me see if unplugging it and replugging it helps. I may be done with that camera for now if this thing is overheated. Plug it back in and see what happens. Yeah, it's totally not happy. Hey, look at that. It came back. Various turnings off and on. So this is what I wanted to... No, not the gold. That's the text that comes pre-printed on the pencil. This is the text that I just... If I can get it... No, that's not the one. Sorry, this is the one I just did, the one that worked. So if I catch the light right, you can see that that did engrave, and it actually, the alignment is perfect. The only problem is it's sort of black on dark gray, so can't really see anything. I should do some experiments. I feel like it might be possible if I actually use a lower power. What would be nice is if I can get this gray material to actually just turn white instead of blasting all the way through it, which is, I think, what I did. So now that I have these magnets here, I can set this up at a different angle. And I should be able to actually use the other sides of the pencil with any luck. Just have to be careful not to zap the magnets. I don't think that's going anywhere. I mean, it's just an air jet. All right. I'm going to call that pencil seated. Okay. I'll readjust the focus on the camera. Here we go. Maybe a little zoom action. I should have put that further back, but you know, I am an imperfect person. Yeah, the overhead is just too far away, and also, unfortunately, the little arm I put in exactly underneath the camera, and the camera arm and the lid is blocking it, so you won't see anything from there. But whatever, I managed to fix it somehow. So let's go back now, and I need to set up hotkeys for all of these different video switching things. So okay, so this whoa, accidentally resized. Undo again. Oh, you piece of junk. Okay. Yeah, this is really twitchy interface. I prefer to save my twitchy interfaces from Mario Brothers. Okay, I'm going to try and line that up on there, and then this time I want to change my engrave settings here to much less power. I'm going to try 20%. Now, should I slow it way down if I'm going to use lower power? Let's just see what happens at 20% speed 800. Keep everything else the same. Change one variable at a time. So I think there's some materials where if you shoot it harder, it actually makes it darker. So the goal here will be to just sort of turn the paint white. The other one I could see, obviously you can't see three-dimensionally on the camera, but it cut right through to the underlying wood, and then of course since the wood is then charred, it basically looks black on black. So I have to make sure I change the video so you guys can see what's going on. All right, and we're gonna hit the button, hit the go-go button. First thing I can tell is the alignment was crap. However, that is more readable. So I'm not going to take it out, as it's going to save me a lot of time. I'm just going to reposition this, and if 20% power was good, increase the speed to decrease power applied. Go back to 1,000. Rick, you just want this thing to go really fast, don't you? Why not? We'll change one variable at a time. So why don't I do exactly the same? I'm going to keep it at 20% and do 1,000, and we will see how that looks. So this says ready. It's extraordinarily blurry. What's interesting is maybe I think I should click come on. Oh, there we go. It was busy doing its thing. Okay, so I'm going to just put the speed back up to 1,000, and I will take this and I will drag it over here. And I should be able to compare side by side the same power level, two different speeds. So do this. Camera. Boop. Scanning. Preparing. Ready to go. I'm going to imagine the difference between 800 and 1,000 is probably not going to be massively significant. I think I like this one better though. It's interestingly uneven. So you can't see it on the camera that well, but the bottom part, the lower part of the words is not quite as visible as the upper part. But again, in the interest of doing one more experiment, I'm going to leave that in there, and then we can look at them all at the end. So when this finishes, I think I'm going to change the settings back to 800. So we've got 820 on the left, 1020 in the middle, and then I'm going to do 810 on the right, just out of curiosity, because it seems like maybe I mean, this is also a dark paint, right? So darker materials absorb laser more. And so, in theory, because I'm printing on a dark gray and just want to obliterate the paint, it shouldn't actually take that much power. Suddenly, I'm an expert in laser absorption of materials. What can I say? You know, you gotta be an expert on something. Okay, so that should be good. I'm just a little worried about where this is, so I'm gonna drag this over. Make sure I can see where I positioned my magnet. I can see on the bed there's plenty of space. Just want to make sure that that's a reflection that I'm looking at there and not actually the end of the... Yeah, that's fine. Plenty of room. Plenty of room. All right, so we are now at 810. And make sure that our visible laser height measurement boops it. It booped it. Bye, Rick. Yeah, the dragging without pre-selecting doesn't work. It moves individual letters. So I have to pre-select. Now I could probably have grouped them in the SVG or something. Okay, she's ready. Here we go. Oh, I'm liking that. I'm liking that. I am liking that. Sweet. I think it is going to be sweet. Sweet, sweet smell of vaporized paint. So I'll give this a few seconds to finish its cooling down thing, and while it's doing that, I'm going to find a light because it's kind of hard. It's kind of hard to see. It's done. I think it's done. They need a better indicator of when it's safe to open the lid. Okay. Okay, folks. First thing I need to do is refocus my camera. Whoa. This is surprisingly hard to do. Hey, there we go. All right, so what we've got here from the left, I'm going to try and hit this with a light in a useful way. Sorry, I'm just pointing a flashlight at this, and what it looks like to me is very different from what it looks like on the camera. So there's a lot of glare. Anyway, and I also have to hold it at the same distance. So this is the 820, and then the one in the middle is the 1020. Just put those next to each other. And see, when it went up to 1,000, I think the additional speed caused some issues. Yeah, it's hard to see, but like if you look at maybe the bottom of the letter. Sorry, I got to get the glare off. I know this is just hard to show. Maybe I can block some of the light. Yeah, you might be able to see like the bottom of the N looks crappy. But here we go. Compare that to this. Once I get the light steady, there we go. Well, you can't see, probably can't see on camera how much better that looks. It does, though. So now in person, I have not looked at it carefully. Yeah, it actually, yeah, that kind of works. I might consider slowing it down even more. Hard to say. Anyway, that was the pencil. Fumes, yes, the fumes. Well, the fumes are fine, but I mean, I made so little smoke with this pencil that it's kind of, it's not a valid test. So, but the other thing I wanted to do, of course, was I wanted to try engraving this cork trivet, since I've seen other people do this, and it looks cool when they do it. It'll look cool when I do it. Oh, before I forget, though, I need to measure the height. Let's see if I can do this one more quickly. Whoa. This will probably make a lot of smoke. So this is let's call it 0.4 inches. So the trivet is 0.4 inches. Now what I'm hoping to do with this one pencil icon. What I'm hoping to do with this one is is to go online somewhere. Well, first of all, I want to see if anybody has settings for cork, because I'm not that interested in experimenting. Yeah, so these are the sort of things. %. Is that the... I want numbers. Tried to cut it. I don't want to cut it. Okay, that didn't give me the exact answer I wanted. Oh, here we go. Oh, he has a 30 watt, 100% speed, and 1/3 power. Wow, that looks great. But that's not a Glowforge, so I would say I'm going to try 20% power. And then the other question is the air assist going to blow this around? I don't know. So, because I don't know, I'm going to throw a couple of magnets on it. Hopefully that's just enough to ensure it doesn't go anywhere. I have to get the stronger magnets down here. I think they're out in the garage. Okay. So my plan for the cork to do this quickly is I've stolen someone's settings, kind of, and I just want to find some artwork somewhere that I can download trivially. This is an interesting one. I just want to get a simple black and white teapot. Yeah, I think I'll do this one because even though it's not super awesome, it's not all black, and it's not just an outline. So it sort of straddles the. Will it give this to me for free? That's a ping. I didn't want a ping. I wanted an SVG. I can buy SVG vectors. Oh, you piece of. Welcome to the internet, where people suck. Everything is for sale. I don't like that one. I'm going to spend far too much time now searching for a teapot. I don't like this one, but it does say it's from openclipart.org. Maybe I can search here. Oh, look. This one wouldn't be too bad. I don't know if as a PDF, adapted from a JPEG. I honestly don't know. Oh, am I? There's an SVG. Okay, yay, I got a teapot SVG. So that was a little bit of work, but should be very simple now. If I can find the correct window. Okay, we'll go back to Glowforge and zoom back out. Actually, I don't want to do that at all. I just want to exit. Throw away my pencil drawing. Upload a new design. The new design is the one I just downloaded, which is Teapot 2. Please, please process this file with no error messages. Please. Please, 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 please. Yay, it did. Okay, so now we're gonna set the material height to 0.4 inches. Whoops, I'm not doing the correct button. 0.4, submit. Okay, it will take a new picture. Now it has taked the picture. And so now I want to select my artwork and see if this will shrink it. Yes. Cool. Drag it over. Place it on the trivet. Like so. Gonna leave the speed at 1,000. I'm going to set the power to, what did I decide earlier, 20%? Do 270 lines per inch. Again, I'm just making up settings, but I feel like that ought to do it. Oh. Yep. I feel like that ought to do it. I'm going to click print. Should be much easier. It's booping it. Get the camera set up so we can see the hot lasing action from a reasonable angle. Okay. Okay. It's preparing to print. And I'm going to press the button. Pressing the button now. And hovering over cancel in case something goes horribly wrong. So far, so good. Nice dark line. What happened? Did you hear that? I heard a little thunk. Oh, shit. The magnet on the top got knocked off by the air assist fan. I didn't realize that was going to be a problem. So, something to pay closer attention to in the future. Can't really see it, but I had a magnet on the top, and this thing is actually quite wide, and there's a fan that hangs down in the back, so that fan bumped into the magnet. It was just like this, but on the top, and knocked it off. I think it's fine. It just nudged it off the board, so not a big deal. I gotta get the really thin, strong magnets for future use. Do I smell burning cork? I don't think so. Is there anything coming out the front? The air assist blowing it out? I don't think so. Lasers are cool. I'm just hoping that as the thing goes further, no, there's no way I can bump that now. As long as it's not magnetic, should be fine. While I'm waiting for that, I can get together something I almost forgot. I told someone at work that I would bring in some tools for them to borrow. So, I will do that right now. A 110 punch down tool. Cool. We have a whole bunch of these trivets. I think I was at IKEA once and I picked up like 6 of them. Because you never know when you're having a party. And you need to put down some hot things. Right? So now I can engrave all sorts of designs. Alright. Cool. I've got that stuff. I've got the punch down tool, I've got the tone probe, I've got my orange crush, got my spine. Either the additional tape and the ductwork has made a big difference, or it's not producing as much smoke with the stuff I've been doing, or I've just gotten so used to it slowly that it's not bothering me. And when I leave the room and come back, it'll be like, holy crap, what is that smell? Or some combination of the above. "15 minutes to go." This looks great, though. It really looks great. I really want to try it like 1% power just to see, if you can make, that's a very crisp dark black. I wonder if I can make it like not so dark. It's hard to pay close attention to this for 15 minutes. I mean, you know, if it decides it's going to burst into flame, chances are I'm over here at the other computer looking at other stuff. Hourglass, starting flag, grimacing face, and sweating face. That's exactly what I was going to say. Captures my emotional state exactly. Checking for forum updates. Now that I'm actually making some stuff, I'm going to have to take some good pictures of it. Maybe I can get a picture of the pencil while I'm waiting for this to finish. Hard to take a picture on a reflective surface. Oh, I forgot. Oh yeah. Totally forgot about that. I charged up my FLIR. We had a theory. Somebody suggested this on the forum, and it was a good one. That maybe I could use this to see if there's any escapage. I can post these pictures, but basically the answer is no. We're looking for hot spots here. It doesn't seem to work that way. Clearly there is some heat Well, not clearly. That might be a reflection. I'm gonna have to do this later when I've got stuff out of the way. Nothing special though as far as the hose. Oh, no. The problem is it's shiny. So shiny metal things reflect infrared. So what you see is not heat coming out of them. You see like heat from other things in the room bouncing off of them. It was worth a try though. It was a good idea. Well, I took some neat pictures anyway. Whoops. Bumped the camera. Back to what I was doing. What was I doing? Oh yes, I was trying to take pictures of the pencil project so that I can put them online. God, that's cool. That's just cool. Okay. Smush the surface. There we go. That's a lot easier to see. Almost done. Five, four, three, two, one. There's the magnet that got knocked off. That's a big deal. Still says cooling down. Calibrating. Ready. It says ready. So now there's definitely going to be some smoke residue in the machine. This is where it'd be nice to have a booster fan. But I will survive. Okay, there's my stinky trivet. Pretty cool though. I'm gonna see if it smudges. Yeah, definitely some charcoal on there. I wonder if I could probably etch this through masking. I didn't even think about that. Yeah, because presumably that black will smear out over time. Still, I'm quite pleased with that. It certainly suggests that this is a relatively straightforward thing to do. Could make coasters, can make gifts, could make gift coasters. So it's pretty late now. This stuff always takes longer than expected, so I'm gonna shut this down. But yeah, I had fun, and I think I might have cured the leak problem enough that now it's really not a problem to do these projects down here. So I think yeah, not bad in an evening. I got the pencil and I got the trivet. Take a little photo of that. Alright, anyway, if you have stuck around to the end, thank you for hanging out with me.